You're very welcome back to Soccer Cards United. This is episode 122 of the best, just checking that as I say it, best soccer podcast in the world. My name is Jason, that's Enzo. Hi Enzo.
Hey Jason.
How are you?
I'm good. You wouldn't think it's the best soccer card podcast in the world if you just tuned in and listened to the
No,
last
it's episode 123.
Oh god.
It's episode 123, everyone. Oh, is it? Yeah.
Oh no, look at that.
What's happened there? There was a noise.
I know. I was double checking the podcast episode. Yeah, 122 was the bad one. You're trying to redo it, but you can't. This is 123.
So this is 123, and
you can't go out first game of the group, lose it, and then try to rerun it. It's done. It happened. You lost your chance.
So we're here anyway now, and it's Monday.
Yeah, back to the Monday schedule. We've been oversaturated with World Cup football.
Yes.
I say me and Jason have watched more World Cup hours than most people.
Certainly.
In the globe.
We have to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
I was going to say we were on television last week.
We were.
Yeah. And we're waiting on a...
National television
here in Ireland.
That's like... Hold on a second. I don't know if you can add sound effects in there, but boom, boom.
I can.
You're not gonna. National television. Listen, we made our way into the newspaper.
Yes.
From there, we catapulted ourselves to national radio.
Yes.
And then, Jason, you also had another national radio bit that went under the radar.
Yes.
Or that's
more
local,
just local
radio, but Dublin, right?
Yeah.
And then we catapulted ourselves onto the biggest daytime breakfast show in the country.
Yeah. Ireland AM.
We don't mess about.
No.
That's what we were doing last Thursday, was it?
Last Thursday morning.
We had to put makeup on.
Yep.
Well, it was put on for us.
Yes.
Got the good treatment. Got coffees.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Very good.
Thank you to everyone at Ireland AM for that opportunity. And so people were saying to us, where can I see this?
Yeah.
Thing. And we were like, oh, well, they post all their stuff on YouTube. They don't post all their stuff.
That like us.
Yeah. It wasn't up. And I was like, what's going on? Who's
responsible for this?
Who's responsible for this? Then turns out on Sunday, I was sitting with some friends. One of them works on Ireland AM.
Really?
I didn't know that.
They never put us on.
That's
no friend of mine.
I don't know him that well.
Okay, good.
I didn't know what he did for a living. And then we were talking about the fact that I had been on Ireland AM, and he said, what? You were on Ireland AM? I work on Ireland AM. When were you on? And I said, Thursday. He said, I was there on Thursday. What? He wasn't. He works in the office, not in the studio. And so I said, well, maybe you could help me.
Yeah.
I need this YouTube snippet uploaded. He said, oh, I actually work on that team. Wow. And he explained to me, I won't go into it now, but he explained to me the intricacies of what was happening last week in their office.
Okay.
And why there was a delay.
Oh, I remember there was something, I seen that on social.
Yeah.
There was a scandal of sorts.
No, I don't think it was a scandal.
There was a scandal. They apologised.
No.
They were off air. They thought they were off air, but they were on air. That happened. That's separate.
No, that's separate. That's separate.
But it did happen. But that's not why our YouTube snippet's delayed?
That's not why our YouTube snippet's delayed. No.
Okay. Good thing they didn't pick up what you were saying on the mics.
I wasn't saying anything.
We were off air.
I wasn't saying anything. Was I?
No.
So that should be up. I guess I said, well, could you just make it a priority on Monday? So I don't know if
how do we share that to our people? Just post on Instagram story with a link?
Post on Instagram story with a link and then tweet it. Yeah.
There you go.
And we probably actually will make a YouTube post with a link to that video. You can do posts on YouTube now.
Okay.
So if you subscribe to YouTube,
yeah.
It should come up on your subscription feed. We'll put it on Facebook, everything.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Did you watch it back?
I did.
How did you feel?
I did. I watched it back twice.
You egotistical maniac.
Watched it with one group of people, watched it with another group of people.
A little viewing
party.
I have it on record. I watched it.
What'd you think?
There was one moment where you like stretched across me.
Yeah.
Personal space, Jason. Please.
It's hard when I have these long arms.
No, I know. No, it was good.
Because my personal space extends beyond
other people.
No,
it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought I would hate it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
It was well done, I think.
For anyone
I don't mean us, we did well. I mean like they put it together.
No, it was produced well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We opened a box of National Treasures.
Oh my God.
We went in and they said one of the hosts, Tommy Ball, came over to us and said, can we open a box? And we had NT, we had
PSG
Chrome, we had Topps Chrome,
Sapphires,
an Inception box as well. So we were like, oh, what we open? And then we said, oh, NT would be a great thing to open because it's all hits.
And it's World Cup.
It's World Cup, all that stuff. The only thing is, NT is expensive.
Very expensive.
So
I wanted to open Inception, but I was scared it would be a booklet. And that would look terrible on live TV.
yeah, that would look really bad.
That'd be awful.
I mean, well, to the viewers,
It'd be great.
it'd be great.
To everyone else, it would
But everyone else would
destroy
be like,
everything.
a booklet, eh?
Yay.
Well,
when you're on TV, a booklet, is
Yeah.
it? No, it
It's
wasn't.
all a bit convenient.
No, I wasn't able to chance it.
So we
Would have
opened
been
it
much cheaper,
much cheaper.
but could have been much worse.
Long term,
Yeah.
more costly.
I had that National Treasure just praying for something good. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
give me that Mbappe, come on.
Yeah. But we didn't get that. We got an Emmanuel Petit, a Marco van Basten,
Got a Theo Hernandez that I was happy enough.
Teo Hernandez, John Stone's patch,
Yeah. Danny Alves redemption.
Danny Alves redemption.
Redemption.
So that was cool.
Yeah. Scary moment. I wasn't prepared for it. You know, I thought we were just going in for a nice time.
Yeah.
Suddenly it became this.
One thing though was we took a long time to open the box because we hadn't opened NT before.
We didn't know what it looked like.
Didn't know what it looked like, and there's a lot of layers to it.
It's premium.
It's premium. So so we'll get that out to you as soon as we
As soon as we have it.
as soon as we have it.
As soon as Jason's friend that works, who's not really his friend, works in Ireland.
Well, he is really my friend.
That's such a classic Ireland, so small story.
Yeah,
You're there with your little group of friends. Be like, I was on Ireland. He's like, I worked there.
yeah. He's like, oh, I worked. How did you and I didn't even bring it up
Yeah, look, not this
because
time.
I'm too humble for that.
Very humble.
I wouldn't say, hey guys, how's everyone doing? I was on TV.
Yeah. No, that's not your style.
Yeah. So someone said, I saw you were on Ireland AM.
People did that. People watched that.
People watch it.
I was getting messages galore during it.
It genuinely is Ireland's most popular
Yeah, I
breakfast
was
show.
like, what do you not all have jobs?
You work from home.
Yeah, they do. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And some people have jobs and they just have it on. They just have it there. Like some people have the World Cup on, some people have Ireland AM on. Maybe pre the 10 a.m. game, people are watching Ireland AM.
Yeah.
I had fun.
I had fun as well. I thought the whole operation was
Oh, clean.
clean, very impressive.
Very impressive.
Um,
Is that your first time on a TV set?
yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not my first time on TV. It was the first time on a TV set.
Not your first time on TV.
No, when I was a little
What were you
boy,
convicted for?
the news had to interview me. But,
Really?
yeah.
Is that on YouTube anywhere?
No, that's long. This is.
What was it about?
I'm not a young man.
Were you still really tall?
For a
Not quite.
child,
For a child.
but they didn't know what. It didn't.
Didn't know what age you were.
Yeah, they were just like child. Could be. That's
What was it about?
It was.
If I can ask, I don't know.
It was a.
What did you witness?
It was a news thing.
He's fumbling here, people.
I'm fumbling. I'll tell you off air what it was about.
Okay. Ooh. That was my first time on TV, by the way.
Yeah, I would call that my first. If
I've been on RTE, but just in the background when I was part of a protest.
oh yeah, do you want to tell us what you were protesting about?
I can't remember. Shows how much I cared about the cause, really.
You took it to heart. You took it to heart. Well, so that was our TV experience.
Great.
Great. Okay, let's check in with Hobby HQ.
Okay.
The Golden Auction, the Golden World Cup auction is continuing. And we talked about before the World Cup some of the items that were on display. And just to check in with them, there's what now? 5 days. Look, there's a little glitch on the Messi.
Yeah, I see that there.
9,895 days left. That's wrong.
That's very wrong.
That's wrong.
That Messi. Oh, the entire the Messi underneath has the same problem. That's what it's.
There's a glitch.
There's a glitch on some of it, but it's 5 days, 14 hours as of recording.
Right. Okay. So
Finishes Sunday, basically.
yeah. So lot number 2 is the Lionel Messi Goal Power 05.
Did you
Prism.
filter off the kits?
Yeah.
There's some beautiful kits.
No, I just.
Not for you. We're not kit. We're not kit.
We're not
podcast.
Soccer Kit United.
Oh my god.
Um.
Can I just say they have a Ronaldinho Gremio kit
Oh yeah, lovely.
from before he made his official Gremio debut. His first ever televised game.
Wow.
It was a friendly for Gremio.
And they have that.
They have that.
They have that.
It's at $2.5 last I checked.
Where did they get that?
It tells you. He swapped jerseys with some fella in the game, and he has authenticated that it's Ronaldinho.
Cool.
You filtered
And
off
I would
at
never,
that.
I would never know that if I.
I'm paying attention.
Great. I was going to say that BGS 9.5 Gold Power Messi from 2014 is currently at $65,000.
And don't forget, there's a wire premium on top of that, Jason. So
Oof.
it's actually at 78,000.
Oh my goodness. Then, very interesting for us, the Cristiano Ronaldo Red Refractor from 2017 Top Chrome with a BGS 9.5 with an autograph 9. is at $12,000, not including buyer's premium.
14,400, Jason.
Um,
Can I say that being lot 3 makes me feel comfortable about what First Topps Chrome means?
yes,
Do you know?
yes.
Because First Prism is there, and then First Topps Chrome is lot 3.
Yep. Kylian Mbappe, who we'll talk about later when we talk about France, is at his Super Factor Topps Chrome first ever auto on card auto is at 40,000.
Not including the buyer's premium.
Okay. We need to.
Are we deciding?
I can't see what the buyer's premium is.
It's 48,000 right now.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is, why doesn't Ken just list with the buyer's premium?
Don't know. I get what you're saying. You'd like to be saying the official amount.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would.
Because like that's for the most part, that's what the seller gets. Now, I'm pretty sure on these high ticket items, the seller actually gets the buyer's premium as well.
Right.
I get what you're saying. I guess we can use these values without the buyer's premium. Because it's easier to...
It's just easier.
Yeah. But then it's less impressive.
Right. But I suppose when the auction ends, then you mention the buyer's premium.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, then you've got a lot of older stuff.
The disrespect you give vintage is crazy.
A lot of older stuff.
No, we're talking about a PSA 9 of George Best's rookie.
Yeah, a lot of older stuff.
Going for 31,000 without even the buyer's premium. You just described as older stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, have a bit of culture.
Well, do you want to talk about that?
Not really, but...
Neither do I.
No, but they're cool. Like, these are some big gems that are under the radar.
No, they are. They are. Here's my thing on this kind of vintage. Is like, I've always kind of thought this kind of stuff, Pele's, Maradona's, George Best, that's kind of just collectible. It's going up. There's not really... I find it hard to...
Engage with it.
What would we be saying?
Would you not love to own that George Best? You'd like to, you wouldn't love to.
I'd like to. If you gave it to me, I'd say, wow, cool.
You wouldn't spend 30 grand on it.
Certainly not. I don't think...
Is it Pop 1? It is Pop 1. Don't know if there's any higher, but it's Pop 1. I get what you're saying. Like, I've got the Maradonas here, just two of them beside each other. One looks a lot better than the other. I don't know if that's just a photo. They're both PSA 5s, but one has much better colour.
Yeah.
Than the other. I'd love... That's the 1977. That's the Maradona rookie. I'd love one of them. But at the same time, I guess once you have one of them, you're kind of... You do not buy one of them to sell one of them in the near future.
That's what I mean.
You buy it and you forget about it now. I mean, you treasure it and you cherish it and you put it somewhere, but you don't...
Yeah. Like, these are kind of like stuff where it's like, it's not... These cards for me aren't... Or these stickers are not... And cards are not part of the... these discs are not part of the weekly cut and thrust of the card market.
Yeah. Fair.
Do you know?
That's fair. But then you distinguish that totally differently too when you go down a little bit to Thierry Henry.
Yes.
That's modern vintage, quote unquote. I don't even know if you call it vintage.
That's pre-modern.
Pre-modern. There we go.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
This Thierry Henry Panini Foot rookie, PSA 10 Pop 4 at 16,000, 5 days left. And we were saying off the air, Thierry Henry is on CBS every Champions League round on American national television.
That's just such a good photo. He's
being
such a
famous.
Personality. Yeah, being famous.
So that's helpful.
Oh, it is. And that's just such a great photo of him.
It's a great photo. He's got the cool necklace on. Yeah, it's like, it helps if you're like a real famous guy.
Absolutely.
Then we have Ronaldo rookie. We talked about that, the pristine one.
It's a pristine and there's Pop 13 on that, apparently.
Yeah, and I remember we were having a little laugh about that. There's a Kylian Mbappe NT.
One of one.
One of one. At 12,000. Now compare that to the Topps Chrome.
It's different.
It's different.
Now, in fairness, they made the 101 horizontal.
Yeah.
But it is also on card. They graded it authentic, which I get it because it's 101, but I'm just like, just grade it. Don't be scared.
What's the compared to a PSA 8 on the 1 of 1 Super Factor from Topps Chrome? So, I mean, because that's the NT person, it's probably an 8. Where the Topps Chrome person says, just grade it.
Just grade it.
Yeah. The authentic, to me, I never really liked the authentic grade.
Neither do I.
Because I'm like, for ultra modern cards, because I'm like, we know what's authentic.
Yeah, we can see it.
If it's a Maradona disc and you wanted to grade it authentic just to have it protected, that's great. It's like, because I'm looking at something I don't necessarily know, and now I know it's authentic. But when it's an NT Kylian Mbappe autograph and it's graded authentic, you're not telling me anything I don't already know.
Yeah. You're scared. The only thing you're telling me is you're scared to grade it.
Yeah. Now I'm going, what's wrong with it?
Yeah. How bad is it? Is it a 5?
Oh, there's a cool 1927 Giuseppe Meazza.
That's very cool.
People may not know that the San Siro, where Inter and AC Milan play, is actually the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza.
That's a beautiful...
It's cool. Black and white card in a black and white SGC stab.
Yeah, that's where SGC is king.
Yeah. So all in all, I would say this is ticking along quite nicely. This,
it's going really well. I like obviously the Zidane rookie, Ronaldinho rookie, Ronaldo's first ever autographs, lots of Pele autographs, lots of flawless Panini, and then also the Jude Bellinghams. There's lots of Judes.
Here's another one of. At this point in the broadcast, Jason brought up a card that Enzo wanted to bid on, so he asked me to edit it out of the show. Which I have now done, and you're hearing this instead, so you can see on your screen Enzo telling Jason, take this out, I don't want people to bid on this. So it's coming out of the show, but I want to just let you know, because it's not usually skips in the podcast. Okay, anything else?
There's just a lot going on in that auction. I'll be interested to see how it ends. It's obviously a long time away. I'm sure there's some steals in the mix. I guess we could bring a light to the Messi Prism World Cup Gold from this year of 10. BGS 9.5. Interesting to see people grading with BGS
this late in the game.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. But I guess maybe they just knew they'd get a really quick turnaround time.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 10,000.
There's a bunch of Eminence cards here, and they all look much better.
Look at the Ronaldo.
Than this one. Yeah, I don't like it. Real Madrid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. These all look much better than the new Eminence. New Eminence looks really bad.
Do we have? That's fair.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I'd love to know what price that new Eminence is coming out at.
And I get into it. Jude had a really good first game in the World Cup, and then nobody in an England kit, really, apart from Harry Maguire and John Stones, had a good game against the States.
Yeah.
So,
congratulations to the States, by the way.
Yep. Still in it with a game to go, and that's kind of all you can ask for. Can't ask for fairer than that. And speaking of Jude, Topps UK kind of did like a backdoor announcement
twice, back to back
for Merlin Heritage 98 and for Jude Bellingham Platinum Curated set as part of a little competition they were doing, where after the England game or during, if you reply to the post after each goal with the name of the scorer, you could win a box, and one of the boxes you could win was a Jude Bellingham Platinum Curated set. We already saw the Jose Mourinho
Platinum Curated set. And now we have Jude. The details are not released, but I like the box. I like that it's Jude. I like that it's platinum.
So we await more details on the...
Can I say thanks to everyone that tagged us, and I think you had to tag a friend in it, and a lot of people tagged us, and I like that. That was nice.
Very good.
Nice to be a friend of the hobby.
Great to be a friend of the hobby. Okay. So that's all I had in terms of Hobby HQ.
Okay. I don't think anything scandalous has happened.
I don't think so.
The grading companies are all behaving, I think.
I've been mostly distracted by the
World Cup.
The football, yeah. So there's a few teams or a few groups now that have, all but two groups have their round 2 completed, so we'll have a little look at those. In Group A, the Netherlands are on top of the group with 4 points, and then Ecuador are also on 4 points, Senegal are on 3 points, and Qatar are eliminated.
They're out. First casualty of the World Cup?
On 0 points.
Well, not the first casualty of the World Cup.
No, not the first casualty of the World Cup. They join their own workers in the grave of this World Cup.
Jeez.
The Netherlands have Qatar next. Which is an opportunity for Louis van Gaal to rotate his squad, but he will want to win just to make sure they top the group. And Ecuador and Senegal
play a crunch game.
Are
the Netherlands guaranteed to be through?
I believe the Netherlands. Yeah.
It's already above Ecuador, so if Senegal beat Ecuador, Netherlands stay above Ecuador anyway.
Because the Netherlands beat.
Wait, how's the goal difference? Unless the Netherlands get smashed by Qatar.
Well, no, the Netherlands beat Senegal. Didn't they?
It's not head-to-head, it's goal difference.
No, it's head-to-head. Is it?
No, goal difference.
It's goal difference?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's the opposite to UEFA. And UEFA's head-to-head?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's grand, because if Senegal beat Ecuador, they can go top, but Ecuador losing means
Netherlands are going through.
Yeah.
Okay. So, then Group B, England, Iran, USA, Wales. Wales got beaten 2-0 by Iran, and the USA held England to a goalless draw. So now it's the USA and Iran on the last day for a round of 16 shootout.
Yeah.
Not the first time there's been a shootout between Iran and the USA.
Oh my God. The Wales can beat England still and qualify.
Yeah.
They're not mathematically out.
All to play for in Group B.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm scared. I wish them the best, the US against Iran, but I feel like if they don't beat Iran, I think this World Cup is just going to become, we bottled it against Wales. So we've seen Wales.
Oh, the narrative of the, yeah.
Yeah, like, because I think I'm starting to feel like if the USA played Wales second or third, they would have beat them.
Yeah.
I think it was, they were a bit cold out the gate. It was the first game. There was a bit of nerves. There was a bit of, whatever. But seeing how poor Wales were against Iran kind of highlights how much of a missed opportunity USA. Yeah, especially because you had a 1-0 lead. Like, Iran got their second goal. They got the 2 goals late. USA had a 1-0 lead. All you have to do now is counter-attack. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've seen that a lot in the World Cup. A team that's winning, because the other team just has to go for it. They have nothing to lose. And that always results in a lot of chances on the other side. And as I said, they just gave them a penalty for nothing.
Yeah, it was.
But that happens.
That happens. This group is turning out to be as tight as we imagined it would.
Yeah.
There was no clear favour from the Iran, USA, and Wales, and there still isn't.
And yeah, and as nice as you want USA versus Iran last game, you're still in it. All you have to do is beat Iran. You're into the knockout phase. I don't think anyone would turn that away before the tournament started.
And for the Welsh, like, obviously they, but it's a huge achievement for them to even be there in the first place. But a free hit at England, you have to beat England. If you said to the Welsh fans, look, it's going to come down to whether or not you can beat the English, they're all like, well, let's go then. Let's, that's a moment for...
It's a moment, but like they would have preferred to try be able to beat Iran or USA, obviously.
No, I mean,
yeah,
the team would rather have already qualified. But I'm saying psychologically for Wales, you're at your first World Cup since 1958. You're in a group with England, and if you beat the English, it's a big event, basically.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
It's what the World Cup is kind of... If you're a team like Wales who assume you're not going to win the World Cup, it's kind of at least a moment.
Oh, for sure.
I just worry whether Wales have any legs left. Yeah,
I'm worried about which game is going to be shown on TV, because they're on at the same time.
Yeah.
I haven't figured it out yet, like how to...
Group C, you have Poland on top after Poland beat Saudi Arabia 2-0. Robert Lewandowski got his first ever World Cup goal to make it 2-0.
An assist.
And an assist for Zelensky.
Can I say, actually, that's important.
Yeah.
Robert Lewandowski, a man who has scored more goals than most players in the last decade, was crying after scoring a second goal in the game they're already winning in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because it was first World Cup goal. But like that level of emotion is something that we tried to capture pre-tournament. Just scoring a World Cup goal can bring like the German league's all-time single-season goal scorer, like Mr. Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Brings him to score, doing what he always does anyway.
Yeah.
Brought him to tears. And obviously we've seen the Argentinian bench, which we'll get to later, Pablo Aimar, to tears. Like people like this is just a group stage.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love it.
The Saudis were not able to handle the Polish defence. The Poles just defended, and the Saudis just couldn't get really past them. And also, Wojciech Szczesny saved a penalty, which is actually a double save. Very impressive. So now Poland go on to play Argentina in the last game. Argentina played Mexico, and Lionel Messi and Enzo Fernandez led Argentina to a 2-0 win. A lovely moment when Messi opened the scoring on 62 minutes, I believe it was. An assist from Angel Di Maria. The ball came to Di Maria, and Messi was in that classic outside of the box Messi zone. And it was like, I was watching it, and like I felt as if time slowed down. Like Di Maria got the ball, he kind of paused for a second, and it was like they were the only two players on the pitch for a second. He just looked for Messi, his own mate, passed.
Yeah.
Oh, my audio just cut out there for a second.
For how long?
I don't know. No, just for like 1-2 seconds. It's okay.
So as you're saying, the game stopped, your audio stopped.
Yeah. Wow. There you go.
Creepy
stuff. And Messi scored.
The way Messi just one touch and then scored,
Yeah.
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's underrated what happened in that movement. He took one touch and the touch put him into a shooting, like,
It was,
clutch as it gets. It was amazing.
yeah, it was great. The whole stadium erupted.
He had the biggest ever attended World Cup game in many, many years.
Wow. And,
What's that? Wow.
wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that vague stat. Wow.
Wow. Don't mind the goal.
No, I love that stat. The Mexicans were never in it.
No. They didn't play Edson Alvarez.
Yeah.
And they very, as we said pre-game when we seen their lineup, we said they're falling into an inferiority complex.
Yes.
Instead of showing up, Argentina are rattled after losing the first game and just going crazy.
Yeah.
They kind of just said, it's Argentina.
Yeah.
And Argentina were like, class.
Yeah, I mean, like they had the way Argentina started with Guido Rodriguez, who kept dropping between the centre backs. If you had gone for that kind of like a full court press kind of thing, I feel like you would have had Argentina on the ropes.
Yeah.
But it was the defensiveness and the conservativeness.
And it was a free hit for Mexico. Made no sense.
Yeah. So now they have to beat Saudi Arabia on the last day.
Grand. You can do that, like.
You
That's
should
why
be
you
able to
should.
do
But
that.
that's why you should have just went at Argentina.
Yeah, because you're still now in the exact same situation.
Only you made a show of yourself. I know.
Yeah. I thought Enzo Fernandez's goal was beautifully taken. I think he's earned himself a starting place in the last game against Poland.
Here I was on TV thinking I'm the most famous Enzo in town this week. And Enzo Fernandez comes in and goes, here's my debut.
Couldn't even just let you have a moment.
Not even a few days.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Um.
What do you think, Jason? Poland, Argentina?
Yeah.
Because Poland would be scared. Like, basically, if Saudi Arabia beat Mexico, or potentially if Mexico...
Sorry.
Yeah. Mexico -2, +2. Yeah, basically, Poland kind of have to not lose the game against Argentina.
Yes.
Like, they're going into that. Like, that's not a great final game for Argentina.
No. Poland are very stubborn defense. Obviously, they have some. If they play Zelensky and Lewandowski up top, which they didn't do in the first game, they did do in the second game.
They have danger up front.
They have real danger up front. I think it's probably going to be attack against defense. The Poles will be playing for a draw.
For a draw / counter-attack.
Yeah.
Fair.
Because they're going. I mean, generally, like if you're a UEFA team with a good defensive record in qualifying, you tend to have a good defensive. Like there's not.
You don't forget how to defend.
The level of Argentina is not that much higher than what Poland would have already defended against. So, but I mean, Argentina could be inspired now. You know,
I think it's a dodgy.
it's a banana skin, for sure.
If it's a draw,
If it's a draw and Mexico, no,
if it's a draw and Mexico and Saudi draw,
then
they're true.
yeah,
But if Mexico win, they could still be true. If Mexico win by like 1 or 2 goals, Mexico aren't going to win by 3 goals. Basically, if Argentina don't win, they need to hope Saudi Arabia don't win.
yes. Basically, Argentina just need to win and see it done with.
But
So that was a very exciting moment. I felt great relief when Messi scored.
yeah,
I was like, right,
that's
okay,
what's supposed to happen.
that's what's supposed to happen.
That was a great day of football because, of course, Mbappe went crazy. Like it was
Earlier on in that,
in terms of the hobby. A lot of the big names are performing really well in the World Cup.
Yeah, in Group D, you have France top of the group on 6 points after really, really having to exert themselves against Denmark to try and get them in. Denmark, who've beat them twice this calendar year.
Yeah, we witnessed one.
Yeah. So France went 1-0 up. Denmark paid them back, and then France really had to
Get it together.
get it together.
The only team to win their opening 2 games so far.
Yeah, they look good.
I'm sure. I feel like Brazil might join them in that stat later today.
Oh, true, yeah. Australia got a win against Tunisia, which was very
Surprise,
exciting.
Congrats to the Aussies.
Congrats to the Aussies.
The Socceroos.
It's their first World Cup win, I think, since 2010.
And look at them. They look well poised to potentially creep out of the group.
Yeah, if they were able to get a result against Denmark.
Yeah, that's it. Just don't lose to Denmark.
Don't lose to Denmark, you'd be on 4 points.
Yeah.
And happy days.
Yeah. The Socceroos into the
It
next round.
would be quite exciting, I have to say.
No, it would be brilliant.
Especially since Denmark, I mean, must have some amount of money bet on them based on everyone's predictions.
Oh my god, the dark horses.
Denmark must have gone in eventually as one of the pre-tournament favourites.
Were Australia the real dark horses?
Yeah, was the real dark horse the Aussies all along.
We were looking at the Canadians. We were looking at the Americans. You know, these English-speaking countries, the lesser football nations that are growing. The Socceroos said, "Excuse me, sir."
Yeah.
Not even getting a shout.
The dark kangaroos.
Oh my god.
France. They look really good.
Theo Hernandez
looks great. They definitely have... Didier Deschamps, is a conservative. Most international managers are conservative because they're not stupid.
They're like, if we keep it tight, we're not going to lose, and we have quality players, so we might win.
Yeah. And so this France team almost just looks like it's a slightly different team to the 2018, but like having to play Theo instead of Lucas has forced Deschamps' hand a little bit.
I love both Benzema getting injured and Lucas getting injured
Yeah.
has forced him into what I would have chosen as your starting striker and starting left back.
Yes.
Which I love.
Yeah.
So much.
Kylian Mbappe.
Do you think that's why Koundé started right back? Because Theo Hernandez was playing and he was
because he got a shift there on his back three, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
And Dembele was kind of sometimes, and Griezmann were both covering
the right side,
the right wing back space when Koundé had tucked in because Theo was. Mbappe has just been amazing.
Yeah.
Just hit the ground running,
and just
hasn't stopped.
I think it's 7 World Cup goals and 9 World Cup games for him.
Yeah.
In his career so far.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah, well, you consider Robert Lewandowski just scored his first one.
And he cried.
Yeah. Mbappe's, he's taking it in his stride. He said, another World Cup, no problem.
But I think the record is either 14 or 18 World Cup goals for Miroslav Klose. I'm going to Google that. Because how many World Cups does Mbappe potentially have him?
Yeah. At least 2 more. We would imagine. In 8 years' time, he'll be 31.
Miroslav Klose has 16 goals.
Yeah.
My apologies, right in between the 14 and 18 mark. 16 goals in 24 matches.
Right.
So, Mbappe, obviously, listen, that's a lot. That's mad.
That is a lot. But it's still possible.
It's possible, obviously not guaranteed. But, 7 and 9.
But France is just working. Ousmane Dembele is playing very well in that role.
Pele has 12 World Cup goals in 14 games. Now that's
a record.
Considering he won 3 World Cups.
Yeah.
How do you win? That's
mad. Giroud is playing very well at centre forward. They a bit of depth. He's come off the bench. Griezmann is playing as part of that midfield 3.
It's unbelievable.
And him and Rabiot with Tchouaméni as the base.
Rabiot's been amazing.
It's just working.
It's working. That's it. They look really good. Tchouaméni's been they've been incredible.
They did concede against Denmark, which they won't be delighted with. But in general, you feel like I think if they had
did they concede against Australia as well?
Yeah. Conceded first against Australia. I think if they'd drawn against Denmark, you might not know what would happen to them after that, because it would have been like, we still couldn't beat Denmark.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they went on, got the winner, and had that momentum continue, now it's like, well, we're doing it. We're happening.
Who stops them, basically?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure they can be stopped, but
this is kind of what we said pre-tournament about France was, obviously, the France we're seeing now is very different to the one we were talking about pre-tournament. But it's like, ultimately, Mbappe can just turn up. They have such a good squad that the whole squad can just turn up, and they should just be able to beat anybody.
They should.
When
they lose, it'll probably be a 1-0 loss.
Yeah.
Do you know? One of those games. Header from a corner, header from across.
Something like that. So that's also a big day then on Group 3 for Australia, Denmark and Tunisia.
Yeah. Carnage
in Group E. Truly the craziest group so far.
Is this the group of death now?
Maybe it's...
Can you retrospectively call it the group of death? I don't know.
It was the group of death.
We just never knew.
It was the group of death the whole time. So Group E is very interesting. Spain are top of the group on 4 points after beating Costa Rica and drawing with Germany. Japan are on 3 points still because they beat Germany but didn't beat Costa Rica. Costa Rica
on 3 points.
Completely Costa Rica to Japan yesterday. To be also on 3 points. And Germany, after drawing with Spain and get beaten by Japan, are on 1 point. So this is a group where theoretically someone can go through on 3 points.
Yeah. But it's Costa Rica against...
So it's Costa Rica against Germany and Spain against Japan.
Oi.
Japan... They all need to win, basically.
Nobody can lose. Yeah, it's tough.
If Germany beat Costa Rica...
Which you'd imagine them to do, but at the same time, you could imagine Costa Ricaing Germany.
Germany,
completely.
yeah.
Germany are set up to be Costa Rica.
I think. Oh, they're like the most susceptible to being Costa Rica of any team I've ever seen. But I think.
Can I say though, pre-tournament, I said Japan might get done by Costa Rica because Costa Rica are good at set pieces.
Yeah.
They could easily nick a 1-0. I was getting a lot of abuse on the timeline by one person.
Yeah,
a lot of abuse by one person.
That's
That's the carnage we love, though.
I think.
Japan missed opportunity yesterday.
Huge missed opportunity.
Come on.
And I watched I saw the first half and some of the second half of Japan Costa Rica. But like the selection wasn't great, I don't think, from the manager, and also like some of the players just had terrible. Some of the Japanese fans were saying like I've never seen so many of the players play so badly in any game. Like Dakai Kamada was like just kicking balls out of play and missing. You know.
You can't scalp Germany, have a game against Costa Rica and bottle it. You can't.
What was the point in scalping Germany in that case?
There's no point. You're in the World Cup here.
Germany and Spain. What are you gonna say?
They should be top of the group right now, and I think qualified.
Yeah, they should. If they'd beaten Costa Rica, they'd be qualified.
Yeah, Germany would have been out.
Yeah, I think so. Or no, Spain.
No.
It would have been all to play for then in the Germany-Spain game. Germany
that would have been a different game.
Yeah, exactly. So in the Spain-Germany game, that was kind of one of the games that felt most like a latter tournament or latter stage of the tournament. High quality game. Two very good teams, a lot of talent on the pitch, and ultimately the German goal was scored by Niklas Füllkrug of Werder Bremen, who they brought because they needed a striker. Spent most of his life playing in the Zweite Bundesliga in the second division in Germany. Scored on his first ever appearance against Oman in a pre-tournament friendly. Then they didn't score from open play against Japan, and then he provided the equalizer for them last night. I think he has to start against Costa Rica because you will not beat Costa Rica without a big man up front.
That's fair.
I just don't see
that happening
unless you need a striker against Costa Rica. I personally think. What do you think of Spain? We have them as pre-tournament finalists in our prediction.
Did we?
Yeah.
Put them in the final.
Brazil-Spain final we have predicted.
Oh yeah, Argentina didn't quite make it. Lautaro wasn't quite tall
enough for the semi-final.
Very good. I still think they're missing a striker. Classic. Even though like
Morata scored last night.
But Morata is not.
Well, it was a good finish.
It was a great finish.
Yeah.
And it was a great post by you on Twitter.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. But yeah, no, I think it's a tough one. It's a tough one. They look great. I think the three in midfield look incredible.
Yes.
They're solid.
They're
to be honest, the two centre backs are really good. Aymeric Laporte with Rodri beside him. It's a really clean team. It'll be difficult to beat them, but they can be got at, I think.
Yeah, I think seeing them against Germany, like you could see, as I said, you could see this as a quarter-final game or semi-final game. I think Spain probably have the opportunity for sure to go deep into the tournament because they're just technically so good.
Yeah. If it's hard to get the ball off them, it's going to be hard to beat them.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on them. But they have to go and play Japan, who are going to be well up for it. On the last.
Anything could happen in that group.
Anything can happen in that group.
Carnage.
And then the final group that has match day 2 complete is Group F, which is Canada's group. Canada.
We say goodbye to the Canadians, eh?
Scored their first ever World Cup goal
beautiful.
Yesterday. Alphonso Davies plays himself at centre forward.
Unbelievable.
Scores the goal.
Great goal.
Great goal.
Great moment.
And John Herdman, who had said, we're going to go out there and we're going to fuck the Croatians pre-game.
Thought he was about
thought
to do it.
He was doing it. And the Croatians said, sir, we made the final in 2018.
Yeah, I forgot to mention we're actually really good.
Let me introduce you to this fella, Mateo Kovacic, who posted the kind of stats that nobody's posted since, I believe, Lothar Matthäus in 1990. There's dominant midfield performance from Kovacic.
Some of the goals were great.
Mm-hmm.
The one where it came in,
yeah,
he took it with his right foot and then onto the left. Oh,
it's just
crazy.
It's just
but
that's Croatia's
third goal.
So the Canadians go out,
but they went out and they've lost both their games and they've conceded a lot of goals, but it was very admirable.
Yes,
they look great. I'm not concerned about them. Like in 2026, it's exciting.
No,
you know?
Yeah, Tajon Buchanan looked good against Croatia. I think it's just off the back of this, a couple of those Canadian players might get moves.
Yeah, I think you have to look at the penalty miss in the first game against what was a ragged Belgium.
Yeah.
Not paying attention to the long ball over the top. You know, like they should be looking at this group thinking they should be on 3 points going into a Morocco game.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a missed opportunity in a big way, but they acquitted themselves very well.
Morocco haven't conceded a goal, I don't think, in 6 or 7 games since their new manager came in. Kept another clean sheet yesterday to beat the Belgians 2-0. I did say, when I looked at I said to myself, that's just called thinking. But I did think when I saw the team sheets, and I saw that on the left, I think you had Torgan Hazard, and then you had Vertonghen and Alderweireld facing Achraf Hakimi. I did think to myself, oh, the Belgians could be in trouble here because they're slow and they're old.
And Hakimi's a speedster.
And Hakimi's a speedster. And and the Moroccans just kept it solid and punished the Belgians for being slow and old.
Yeah. And that's what Kevin De Bruyne came out before the game, which was, people said you cannot come out and say we're not going to win the World Cup, we're too old, and then put on a disaster class.
No. You have to say that to lull your opponent into a false sense of security and then go out and beat them.
Yeah, you can't. People are really criticising KDB. They were saying there's not a lot of players that get mentioned in the all-time great Premier League midfield debate while also getting the luxury of just bottling it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes back
Imagine if like Gerrard's going like, we're old, and then puts on a disaster class. So he'd be getting scrutinised. No one's even mentioned Kevin De Bruyne. They're like, it's grand. That's Kevin De Bruyne.
Look at Modric. You want to talk about old? He's 37.
He's killing it.
He's killing it. It's no excuse.
Yeah, that's it. His mentality's gone. People need to, I'd say, check up on KDB.
Yeah, he just lost it. I mean, it must be hard.
Pressure got to him.
But the pressure got to him.
Must be hard trying to pass amazing balls into Michy Batshuayi.
Yeah, but that was a real, I thought, like, coming out before the game like that, you're giving yourself an excuse.
Yeah, you're not fired up. You should be fired up. It's the World Cup. You should be buzzing.
You should say, people may think we're too old.
We're going to slaughter them.
But this is, we're third place finish in 2018. We've been here before. We know how to do it. And we're going to go out and get at these. And they just didn't.
Yeah, no fire.
No fire. So the other two groups remain to be completed. But here's an interesting stat for you, Enzo, that I saw on Twitter earlier.
Okay.
Courtesy of John McKenzie and Mark Carey.
Better stat than my stat.
Could be. Certainly more specific. In 2010, this is the percentage of set pieces that end in a shot in a World Cup game. Right? 2010, that percentage of set pieces ending in a shot was 38.9%.
Wow.
2014, it was 32.7%. 2018, it was 36.8%. And so far in 2022, as of this morning, it is 24.3%.
Based on what I've watched, that doesn't surprise me.
Doesn't surprise you. The set piece defending has been good, and the set piece deliveries have been rubbish.
Terrible. Just a corner kick.
Yeah. The amount of corner kicks that we're seeing not beat the first man, loop over,
go too far.
I always think, if in doubt, put it on the penalty spot.
Yeah, of course.
But it seems to me like
they're all struggling to do that.
You shouldn't be struggling to. Whoever's taking the corner kicks
should be capable of that.
If you can't do that, you're not taking the corners. And if nobody's capable of that, well, one of you is going to go and learn.
No, but if no one's capable, you're playing it short and you're trying to...
Exactly, yeah, work it in.
Don't just kick it to the front post.
No.
Dribble it to the front post, should I say.
It's
terrible.
It's really bad. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Because you're looking, you're going like, you're professional football, it's your job.
It's the World Cup, this is a chance to get an opportunity to get a goal, and that makes a big difference. And you're bottling it consistently.
So, that was just an interesting
we've only seen one free kick result in a goal, like in terms of direct free kick.
Right.
And that was the Moroccan one, I believe. Mexico came close.
Yeah.
Martinez caught it really, really well, but I'm not seeing... There's some quality missing. Not quality missing, but there's... Where's your free kick specialist just getting it in? Do you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
Where's Andrea Pirlo?
Well, that just about does it for us here on Soccer Cards United. We're back on Thursday.
Tomorrow marks the first day of the final round of group games.
Right.
Where the games are going to be on at the same time.
Okay.
Group A, Group B, same time. Boom. It's going to be great.
So, you mean I'll have more free time during the day?
Yeah.
Because I can't watch four sequential
games. Now it's 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. So we've removed the 4 p.m. and the 10 p.m. games.
Much more sociable hours.
Much better.
Yeah.
The hecticness is soothing and dying down a bit.
Good. Well, that's it from us here on Soccer Cards United. We'll be back on Thursday. If you'd like to go to soccercardsunited.com, you can do so.
Subscribe to the YouTube. Hit us up on Instagram. We're 4 followers away from 4,000.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, we're creeping to 1,000.
Yeah.
And I believe Twitter, we're close to 4,500.
We're going to do a box opening on the YouTube of this Premier League Prism box.
Yeah, we're opening Premier League Prism. We got some in, and we just said, let's get into it. Let's see what the autograph is. Let's see how bad Premier League Prism can or cannot be.
So watch out for that on YouTube. And yeah, all right. See you on Thursday.